Hey everybody, Mike Guglielmi, Sons of a Pitch Soccer Podcast, bringing you 2010 South Africa World Cup Time Machine episode. Thanks for joining. Lots of fun here. We only have 2 of these episodes left, 2010, which we're recording right now, as well as 2014, because we all know what happened in 2018. But that we're not here to talk about that bad miss of 2018. We're here to talk about 2010 in South Africa, the first African continent tournament for the World Cup. First time it was ever hosted on the African continent. A huge accomplishment for FIFA and making sure that Africa got included in the continent's hosting World Cups. So good stuff there. This tournament was won eventually by Spain. Spain beats Netherlands in the final and gets their first World Cup title, the first European team to win it outside of Europe. So that is an interesting little tidbit there. But here you can see the bracket and how it all breaks out. And, of course, you'll see that USA flag right up in the top corner there with Ghana and, unfortunately, not moving on past the round of 16 here in this one. But, again, the champions, Spain, were the champions in this one, beating Netherlands. A fun fact for all of you MLS fans out there, a player for Toronto FC, former player of Toronto FC, actually started this game for the Netherlands, Gregory van der Wiel, that disappointment, so to say, which he was coming over to MLS. He was the starting left back or right back for the Netherlands team in this final against Spain, which Spain was the winner of this one, their first World Cup championship, and a great tournament for them. It would go a start of a run for Spain, which was very, very good after that. Now, looking at the United States games, there were the first 3 games in the group stage. The first game was that against England. 1-1 was the score. You know, Dempsey gets the goal in this one for the USA. To be able to tie England at the start of a tournament like this is definitely a good start for a team like the U.S. trying to bounce back from a disappointing effort in 2006. The hype was starting to get there for the United States. And, you know, to start out the World Cup with a draw against England is definitely a good start. Then moving to the second game there, they played Slovenia. So the second game was against Slovenia, and it ended up being a draw, 2-2, a comeback from down 2-0. U.S. clawed back to get it, and Donovan and Michael Bradley. So Landon Donovan and Michael Bradley with the goals for the United States in this one. And at the end, a good friend of mine, Maurice Edu, had his game-winning goal called back and called off, which was a complete robbery. The United States definitely lost 2 points in that one. That was a good goal. I remember it vividly, and it's just a complete shame that is how it went down there. Now to the third game, United States and Algeria, 1-0 victory for the United States. Landon Donovan gets the victory. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The United States wins the group in the World Cup. Here it is. I mean, everybody is on such a high now with the United States. They've got this full team of talent. Finally there, going into the round of 16, winning the group was just huge. And then it would come down to the knockout rounds. And the first matchup in the knockout rounds, again against Ghana. And it just seems like Ghana and the United States, this was a good rivalry going for a while. And Ghana gets the victory 2-1 over the U.S. and a late winner again, extra time. It took extra time, and it's another heartbreaker for the United States against Ghana. This time, knocking them out of the tournament in the round of 16, where you're thinking, finally, this is the year the United States is going to make a good deep run, building off of 2002 and making it to the quarterfinals, and then kind of a setback in 2006. But that talent was back, and this team was going to move up and do better. But that is not what happened. Ghana, the youngest team in the tournament, ends up getting the victory over the United States. And wins or gets the 2-1 victory in extra time. Now, looking at the roster for this one, here's the I put the graphic up for the team picture. This was the start of like the movement of U.S. soccer. You look at this roster: Tim Howard from Everton, Jonathan Spector at West Ham United, Michael Bradley was at Borussia Mönchengladbach, Nguchi Onyewu was at AC Milan in Italy. Steve Cherundolo, DeMarcus Beasley was at Rangers, Clint Dempsey from Fulham, Hercules Gomez in Liga MX with Puebla. Just an unbelievably strong lineup. A couple guys that I like to give shout outs to: Maurice Adu and Edson Buttle, former Toronto FC players back right when they first started up in the league. And boy, that was a memorable night down in Sunrise, Florida, with those two gentlemen. I will never forget it. And Edson Buttle, it was with the Galaxy at that time, and Maurice Adu was over at Rangers with DeMarcus Beasley after he had left Toronto FC. But the amount of young talent on this team and some of the clubs that we're seeing, Wolves, Pachuca, Watford, Hull City, Aston Villa, Eintracht Frankfurt, the names, the list goes on and on. AC Milan, Everton, Rennes. I mean, it was just a hugely talented squad. Stuart Holden, Jonathan Bordstein, who's actually still in the league, Ricardo Clark, Jay Demerit, Jose Francisco Torres, Josie Altidore. Just a strong lineup. Robbie Finley actually made this World Cup team for the United States. And this was we expected big things out of this United States team. Unfortunately, it did not materialize as they lost to Ghana in that round of 16 matchup. And there you can see the photo there from that matchup, as well as Dempsey was celebrating his goal. But the household names in this, I mean, you've got Michael Bradley with the Metro Stars, Roma, and TFC. Hercules Gomez now with the broadcasting, very well known with ESPN FC and covering the Liga MX for ESPN. Stu Holden now, right, with him broadcasting as well. So all of these guys still have ties to the game of soccer here in the United States. That's something that we have seen very strong from the United States team. You look at some of these other guys that are still in the league, right? Josie Altidore is still in the league. You have Benny Failhaber, who just, I believe, either just retired or he's still bouncing around. But Jay Demerit, played with the Whitecaps. Jonathan Borstein still with Chicago Fire. A lot of names that are still around in MLS. So a very, very strong roster there for the United States. There we see Nguchi Onyewu, and then that the goal there, or the shot there, that I believe ended up being a goal in the game against Algeria. But really, this kind of brought the country back to the soccer hype that it didn't have in 2006. And it really started with a lot of American players starting to go overseas and get bigger clubs, heading over to Europe and whatnot. So really, really fun tournament to watch. I enjoyed the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. The only thing I did not like was the vuvuzelas. That was god awful on the ears. I'm sure you can all remember that and cringed as soon as I said the word. But overall, an okay tournament. The fact the U.S. got to the round of 16, again, that's kind of, I think, the baseline for where we want to see the United States going forward. And of course, then 2014, 2018, and who knows what will happen in 2022. What are the expectations like for 2022? We'll get into that probably in the last episode, kind of looking forward after recapping the 2014 World Cup. But overall, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and turn on your notifications as well so you don't miss any of our awesome American soccer content. We go live stream reaction, watch-alongs for Liga MX in the offseason, MLS all the time as well. We're doing these types of episodes, picks and predictions for Liga MX and MLS, lots of soccer content. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And as well, don't forget to pick up some of your own merch, like this tumbler here that I'm drinking out of, Sons of a Pitch. As well, you can get t-shirts, hoodies like this one, sonsofapitch.redbubble.com. Go get your merch. and help continue to grow the sport of soccer here in the United States. And let's go USMNT. And we'll be back for another World Cup Time Machine episode probably in the next couple of weeks. And we'll see you guys shortly on the next Sons of a Pitch episode. Have a great day.